Hey everybody, it's Bronwyn from the Sentry box, and today I will be talking about Caverna. Caverna is very similar to Agricola, but instead of farmers, you are dwarves. And instead of just having a farm, you've got a forest to knock down and a cave to delve deep into. A lot of the mechanics are very similar to Agricola in terms of how you grow your family and need space on your home, how you sow your fields, how your animals grow, how you keep your animals in pastures with stables or without. You're also able to use a dog to watch a sheep. Dogs don't do a whole lot, so you can have as many of them as you want, and you don't have to worry about storing them. But what Caverna does is it changes how you're able to do things. For example, there's 3 different choices on how you plow a field, and each one of them will be tailored more towards whatever strategy you're going for that game. The other thing that Caverna adds is you have to prep your ground to be able to build anything on it. You have to chop down the forest in order to put fields and pastures out there, as well as you have to dig into your mine and decide what kind of rooms you want there. So there's tunnels and there's caves. In caves you can place rooms, but in tunnels you can go deeper and have a coal mine or a ruby mine. So coal and rubies are 2 new currencies that are introduced, as well as donkeys, which can go into your mine. Rubies are the most interesting of these currencies though, because you can use them to really help you out in the game. You know how in regular Agricola, when you just need one more thing, but you weren't able to get it or do it or what have you. It's, you just need that one extra item. Well, the rubies are really helpful because you can spend them at any time to get that thing. The other thing you can spend rubies on is about your dwarf's adventuring level. So you can use coal to get them attack power. And then with that attack power, you can go on adventures and you also get different items. This was a really interesting element that was added, and it sort of replaces occupations in Agricola. So once you have your adventurer, let's say they are level 8 and they can go on a mission and get 3 items. You get those items and then they level up again. However, the catch to the adventurers is you have to play them in ascending order of level. So you would have to play your level 1 before your level 6. That can be really frustrating because the good adventuring spots where you would be able to go get 3 items, you can't claim first unless you spend a ruby on that, and then you can change which order you're allowed to play your guys, but only for one of them. After that, you have to return to the ascending order. There's also a lot of different rooms you can build. So the different rooms that you can build are kind of similar to the minor improvement cards that you would see in Agricola. You win the game similar to Agricola, however, you don't have to have the most diverse farm. Obviously you need like a few of the elements because you just should have them. But your animals, for example, they score all the way up. The game is for 1 to 7 players, which is different from Agricola because you can have a couple more people playing. And it is for ages 12 and up. It's still a fairly complex game, but don't be scared at how daunting it may look. Once you kind of know your turn order, it really falls into place. And like Agricola, it just gets more complicated as you go on. So the new elements aren't quite so daunting. You know what's behind, and it's only one new thing introduced every turn. The game usually takes about 2 hours, but it really depends on who you're playing with. Since there are a lot of choices, if you have a slow chooser, it will take a little bit longer. The replay value is about medium. It's lower than Agricola because you don't have all the different cards that you can combo and figure out how to work with. But instead, you have a bunch of different strategies to try out, and there's the different buildings to get to. So there are differences, which are really nice. And if you're kind of wanting to play Agricola but want to play something different, this is a really great game to do that with. So that's Caverna. Tell us what you think of the game and what game you want to see us do next.